It's Thursday and we meet each other again. The WIP crew is ready for this virtual event. The seas might be rough, but we will have a jolly time. Is everybody here? Are the avatars in line? There's so much going on in the NFT world. It seems like uncharted sea. Let Matthew and Brizzle guide us through. The speaker is ready and so are we. Let's keep sailing on the Metaverse. Thursdays when the lightning strikes. So listen up, there's a lot to learn. Keep the treasure in your sight. Please no one get the veggie draw. Just upgrade your microphone. Together we're strong, we ain't gonna stop. Welcome to the WIP Meetup.
Boom. Quick mic check. Can y'all hear me okay?
Fair
Good audio. Thank you, Easy. Thank you, Show. Thank you, Foxy. And thank you, Foxy, double duty for holding it down in the pre-whip with the DJ set. Always a vibe. What up, y'all? Matthew, aka Nifty Time. We are back with the whip this week. I'm fucking stoked for this for multiple reasons, as per usual. But we have the beautiful Backner with us. He's going to be taking us through Decentraland, and we have I do believe he's in chat. A wild Toxsam has been spotted and is going to be coming through and clear-eyed from 4 to 5 months of being out about touching sand, water, grass, all the things, coming back to crypto and starting to build some really interesting things. It's going to be giving us his clear-eyed take on the state of the space, and also tell us and hopefully link us to some of the cool shit that he's building from that new clear-eyed take on the space. Cannot wait to get into that. I think Bay will lead everything off. We're going to segue to Toxsam. Our dude Easy is hosting an Impact concert tomorrow. I think he's been sharing that on socials. Drop those links right now. Easy will wind out the show with another quick update at the end there. Make sure you check that out. Also, WIP crew member, friend of the WIP, part of the WIP fam, all the things. Fabiano Speziati has a really dope, a very dank pixel stamp release over on the Create app. Just link that above. Check that ish out. And I just realized there's like one other shill that I have. I'm surprisingly shilly today. But Rizzle and I continue to talk our mouths off and talk shit every week. Released a new little pod over on Pods Media. People keep minting them for some reason. It's much appreciated. Really appreciate it. But check it out if you haven't listened to it. Share your thoughts. I think we got Jiho listening in this week, and we're probably going to have Jiho from Axie on the show in the future. Shout out to Brookhawk for leaking all the Ronin Alpha before we had big moves in the Ronin market this week with 1KX becoming one of the biggest, if not the biggest holder on the show. Anyway, last show before I shut my mouth up. It's like a real shill-packed start to the show. But Rebase is cooking. Rebase.finance. We just pushed out a new update that makes it perhaps too easy, but the quickest, cleanest, easiest way to set up an LP and stake it, start earning more rewards for tokens in the space. If you haven't, check it out. I know Easy, we're getting him set up over there. But if there's tokens that you believe in, you want to add liquidity for, do it all on Rebase. Don't fuck around over on Uniswap and there's super complicated UI. Everything super simple, Rebase.finance. Check out the new update. Tell us what you think. With that, shutting my mouth up. Rizzle, take this microphone away from me. Let's get this show started.
I'm trying to keep it short as best I can. Yes. Co-sign on the shout out to Foxy Yoga. Yo, this is why you come here, right? We got Stina Jones in the house, just like subtly dropping StinaBot VRM files in the general chat here. So if you didn't get that, you should scroll up because Stina's a legend. Yeah, Easy's got a thing. Matt, thank you for shilling that. Easy's going to be able to hop on the mic and tell you all a little bit about that at the end. But yeah, same time tomorrow, and it's for a good cause. We're for a good cause. It's just, sort of hard to identify at times. Yo, if you're listening and you don't know where we are, we're in the general channel, and this is important because we're going to be doing some traveling today, and I forgot to drop the portal in World, so this is where the links are going to be dropped to things. here in the general channel. And then we're going to be doing some screen sharing and stuff. So if you see someone in the voice channel at the very top with their name lit up and it looks like something's going on, click on them so you can follow along, especially as we're traveling, so you can see what's going on in case you, need to figure out where we are or something like that. So do all those things. We're in Hyperfy now, but we won't be for long. So if you didn't get in here, don't worry about it. Let's see, what else we got? We got a Warpcast channel. Actually, this is good and important. I accepted like almost all of you who are currently following the WIP Meetup channel as members, which is like this weird gatekeepy thing that you can't post in there unless you're members. So you should all be members now, or at least like most of you. And if you want to be, hit me up so you can post things in there. And like, you should do that because it'll be populated with the rest of the WIP stuff, and it's good metaverse karma. It's got to be right. Posted paradoxes. I slipped. I was posting all these like retro paradox things, and I didn't post his latest one on Twitter or anywhere really. I'm like posting across all these platforms to see what works. But I did get it up there on YouTube. So this is last week's mashup. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It doesn't really tell you anything. You should really watch the live footage if you want the deep dive into our sneaky tour last week. The guest book is live in world, but we are going to be traveling, so I'm going to drop it here in the general channel. Fabiano's got a pig for us all today, so make sure you sign the guest book if you want to do it properly. It is up on the stage in world here, so you can like wander on over there. But like I said, I didn't hang the portal, so we're gonna jank our way through this one today because I have the pleasure of handing the mic over to Bay and Toxsam today, who I trust implicitly, and I don't have to worry about this shit. So sign the guest book and get the pig, as well as any other number of things that end up in there if you haven't checked your hidden wallet in a while. Let's see. If you have a question for Bay or Toxsam or anyone else who hops on the mic, please drop them in the general channel here and ping show at SHO, and he will relay them to our speakers when they're done doing their speaky thing. And then we're going to take a group shot somewhere dope in DCL with Paradox at the end. So hang tight till the very end, and we're going to wrangle everybody, excuse me, and do a group shot, and it'll be dope. And then we're going to wrap the show and kick it over to show for the afties after it's all said and done. So that's it. I'm going to shut my shilly mouth. It's been a shilly intro here, but we're finally done. If you don't know, you should know. The WIP is like Metaverse public broadcasting. We've been doing this since before Web3 was a thing. And honestly, this is the biggest gang of big brain motherfuckers probably you're going to find out here. So send us all your money. Support us. We don't make anything doing this shit. If you send money to the WIPmeetup.eth, it gets chopped up amongst the crew. If you want to send us a ton of funds, we will love you and build you some sort of monument or something like that. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in and week out. Foxy Yoga, Easy Paradox Show, Dragonade, Commonwealth the Stowaway, Brookhawk the Chef, Fabiano, Patrizia, Fractilians, Johan, Matt, Metageist, probably other people, probably a whole hell of a lot of you. So, thank you so much. Let's see, if we get a link drop, Bay, while we try and do this mic toss, I can help herd people over to DCL and see if we can get people over there. It's going to... If you haven't been in DCL for a while, you might need to update your client. They're in 0.0. Bay, is there like a direct link that will like populate the client? Or what's the best way to get someone there with a click? Just jump in. All right. There you have it. What's up, Bay? So while everyone's jumping into DCL, I'm going to pass the mic over to Bay because Bay's been cooking if you haven't been paying attention. So we need some updates, Bay.
Here is I'm in the veggie drawer for once. I'm in here.
I know you sound good.
Oh, this is good. Good. Hey, everyone. I feel like I'm the warm-up for Toxsam, which is kind of awesome.
No,
Oh,
Bay,
thank you so much.
there's no, you're a legend, Bay. This is you're
No,
great.
There's no legendary
there with
such
us.
like Toxsam. So yeah, thank you so much for having me on again. It's kind of like a bit of a different one tonight to kind of show you guys sort of what we've been cooking over at DCL. And if you haven't been there already, we have a new completely all singing, all dancing desktop client if you want to take the time to download it, I would really recommend it. And then just jump straight into client. And we're in Genesis Plaza. So if you haven't been to Decentraland for a while, you'll see it's kind of got a little bit more immersive. All the team have been working to create the next generation of the experience in Decentraland. And I have had the massive look and pleasure of being invited by Decentraland to come on full time. So if you met me last year, you would have kind of been part of this sort of chaotic journey of producing art events and music events in Decentraland, but always as kind of like an indie person. And last month I joined Foundation full time as head of production and curation, which is awesome. And so now I'm looking after the program of 11 events that we're running over the next 12 months, which is going to be praised and awesome and something that I would really hope to invite you all to. I secretly planned everything on a Thursday. I don't know if Rizzle has told you all this, but yeah, the only one that isn't on a Thursday is next week on a Tuesday because we're all at NFT Paris on a Thursday. Sorry. But everything else I've tried to plan on Thursdays secretly for the WIP Meetup so that you guys can all be there if you are so inclined. So if you want to jump into Decentraland right now, there are Valentine's Day dealy boppers in Plaza. I think Rizzle and Toxsam's frogs have been modeling them in Hyperfy with the GLB version. Jump into Decentraland in Genesis Plaza and you'll see I'm kind of like walking catwalk style in Genesis wearing my Valentine's Day dealy boppers. Because do you call them dealy boppers, Rizzle, in the States?
I do not, but I like that. I don't know what the name is for them in the States, but I like that name much better than whatever we would say. So teeny boppers, I like it.
Dealy boppers, dealy boppers. Yeah, so the dealy boppers are on. So if anyone wants to get their Valentine's Day dealy boppers, they are in the Metaverse right now in our virtual social world. And we are wearing Valentine's dealy boppers because next week we have a builder talent trail. So as part of the whole of Decentraland right now is for the 2025 manifesto is about activating Decentraland as a really busy, immersive, builder-centric world and kind of getting everyone excited about what everyone's building and continuing to build within Decentraland. So next week we're having a big tour on Tuesday night of all of the builds that have been selected for what we're calling the Builder Talent Trail. There are 8 builds that we're going to be walking around, interviewing creators, talking about how the builds came together. There are some super awesome builds, all kind of like this Giving Love Valentine's theme. And then at the end of the week, the whole community can vote for the Community Choice Award. It's something we want to roll out across many of the events coming up this year, is really giving back to creators, giving lots of awards, giving lots of props, giving lots of social media mentions to everybody building. Kim is with us. So Kim, if you want to jump in and talk about that as well. Kim's the leading all of the marketing and growth strategies behind everything in Decentraland. So it's super cool to have Kim jumping in the Discord and hopefully joining us in the chat as well. But so yeah, we're kind of parading in dealy boppers. So if you press the dispenser machine in Plaza, you'll get the dealy boppers dropped to your wallet. And then if Paradox is cool for that, for the photo, I would love to take us to a couple of the Valentine's Day themed builds. I know it's a little bit early, but the kind of pre-Valentine's Day, love in with the WIP crew, see some of these builds and kind of get some super cool photos in Valentine's Day hearty heaven. Fizzle, does that kind of sound cool to you?
It sounds perfect.
Okay,
I'm trying,
so I thought
sorry,
I'd
I'm trying to
just
turn around some of the background noise so I can hear you a little bit better. But no, this is perfect, Bay. Thank you.
Okay, so lots of people asking where we go. We're meeting in Genesis. So all you need to do is just open the client, jump in, and I will be in Genesis Plaza. I can see Rizzle in Genesis Plaza, Brooke. If you haven't been in Genesis Plaza before, it's the spawn area and there's a bar downstairs. So we can check out the bar later if you like. But we're all kind of just hanging out in Genesis. Hit the dispenser machine to get the dealy boppers. Dealy boppers, for anyone that isn't a UK British person, are the headbands with kind of like alien style kind of ears on the top. And then, yeah, to talk about kind of what's ahead while we're waiting for everyone to jump in, the big thing that we're working on right now in Decentraland, which is, if I sound a little bit fried, is because it's been 2 weeks of calls about Metaverse Fashion Week. Metaverse Fashion Week was last in Decentraland in 2023. We had like brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Coach, Adidas, all doing catwalk shows with us and making kind of builds and bespoke things happen in Decentraland. This year, it's returning on the 9th to the 12th of April, and it's going to be all about infinite identities. Kim's been kind of maybe ruining the day already, but I kind of joined and started thinking about Metaverse Fashion Week because it's being taken a little bit more anarchist direction. So it's all about how different projects across the world are expressing alternative identities, the sense of transformation, the sense of alternative ways of self-expression through digital wearables. Obviously, I'd love the WIP crew involved. If you have any ideas of things you want to do, kind of the crazier the better in Metaverse Fashion Week this year, the 9th to the 12th of April. I'm currently scheduling with lots of different projects about which activations are going to be happening. Previously in Metaverse Fashion Week, the catwalks have kind of been reserved for the brands. We've had colliders stopping people from getting on the catwalk. This year, we're taking that all down. So the colliders can come down between the official shows, and we're organizing catwalk invasions. We're organizing a community catwalk with wearables from around the world. So there'll be a big competition for people to design their own wearables that express their countries, their cultural identities. That will be a catwalk. There is a massive competition coming up for students and emerging fashion designers called The Banners We Wear, looking at using virtual fashion as a way of exploring resistance, hope, identity, activism in virtual spaces. That's going out next week to education institutions. We've got some amazing people on the jury. I'm hoping I can mention them, maybe not because it's not been announced, but some amazing names from fashion, activism, digital world, all coming on board to kind of judge students getting involved with virtual worlds as well. So it's really within the big focus this year of getting the upcoming generation excited as we are about all of this and just having a lot of fun on catwalks with digital wearables in the sense of just really encouraging self-expression and activation. So Rizal, I don't know if this is what you're expecting and where we want to go. I've got Kim in the room as well, if you want to invite Kim to kind of talk about what's coming up too.
Kim is absolutely welcome to hop up. If you want to give us, I know you had some spots that have a thing to claim along the Valentine's Day theme line or whatever. So if you want to send us somewhere while Kim hops on the mic, even if it's just a dope spot to check out, we might as well hop around a little bit.
Yeah, get your Daily Boppers from the Blazer, and then we're going to jump to -35, -60. If you're in World, what you need to do is type exactly what I've typed in chat, which is /go-to. And then the coordinates, which are -35, -60.
And hi, everyone.
Hey, Kim.
I don't know if you can hear me. Hi. Sorry, I'm deep in the chat trying to answer anyone's questions. But you can also find me in World. I'm the person hanging on the swing.
Yeah, so I know you're dealing with the chat. This is super, super cool to also see how all the WIP crew is interacting with Decentraland, because it's just really, really awesome. Any feedback, anything that's going on, anything that isn't working, anything that does work. It's just been so cool the last couple of months of seeing how client is working, what people are using it for. It is a bit different. So if you're used to going online, you kind of are in a different space. You won't be able to see people on client. So if you want to be with everybody, it's best to download client. If you are struggling with that and you can't get in, then browser still does work, but it's to get the kind of full experience than client. Kim, have you got any advice on that side?
Yes, I do. I dropped in the Discord chat here in general, just the minimum specs we kind of recommend. So if you are having trouble, just double check those to see if maybe that's part of the issue. But if you meet those specs, like easy, I know you've mentioned it, If you want to jump to our Discord help channel, like our team will help you figure out what's going on, try to get you in, for sure. For me, I have a Mac, so once I was able to get in, no problem. It's loading much faster for anyone that has been in our worlds before. The biggest improvement, I'd say, if you haven't been here in a while, is just the distance rendering. So you can actually see all of the amazing stuff people have built in the distance, which is one of the benefits of Decentraland is really that traversable world. So being able to see those scenes really far away is a lot of fun, so that people really go and explore. And just as Bay said, much more immersive. You get to interact a little bit more. Your hands will touch stuff. You'll run faster. So have a lot of fun. Give us your feedback. And as Bay mentioned, she has made an insane lineup of events for this year. We're really, really excited to have people check them all out. And I'll drop in our latest manifesto. We are launching new rewards programs, new programs for artists. So lots of fun stuff to come. But I'll let Bay take it from here.
Thank you. I think insane's kind of the word. I'm feeling increasingly insane by the level of events that we're trying to put on, but it should be this kind of crazy fun ride. So if anyone's with me right now, we're at minus 35, minus 60. Kind of teleporting up the clouds in a build that's been created by the trail that's coming up this week, for the trail that's coming up this week. So if you can, you sort of stand in the rainbow lift and you're lifted up to the clouds to like a Valentine's Day installation high in the sky. Other things that are coming up for us in Decentraland, we've got next month a live music trail, looking at activating some of the extraordinary venues that have been with us for a number of years now, or producing live music shows within Decentraland. We're going to be bringing them all together, having a trail between venues, kind of like a pub crawl with live music in virtual worlds. A month after that, we have Fashion Week, which is, again, kind of the kind of extraordinary thing that we're putting together with teams in all of the countries that Decentraland touches. We think it's about 160 countries. So trying to represent projects from Puerto Rico, we've got projects from Ukraine, we've got fashion designers from NFT projects that are moving into physicals. We've got really engaged communities from Latin America to Japan. It should be pretty extraordinary. Then after that, we segue into Decentraland Prom, which everyone's getting incredibly excited about. If you're loving what you're seeing right now in World with the giant cloud in the sky and the heart dealy boppers, so continuing in that theme for prom. If you want to get involved with prom, just let me know. This again is another one on the horizon. And after prom, we have LAN party. LAN party is the one that is scaring the heck out of me, because I feel like we've got such a massive kind of cultural thing to live up to in the hearts of many of us that are within virtual worlds, and LAN parties being a big thing from the 90s and the early 2000s, and this journey of everyone kind of coming into shared collective digital experience. So we're hoping to kind of make a LAN party show. Oh my goodness, I'm getting prom dates. Yes. So if you want to take someone to prom, I've never been to a prom. A lot of people haven't. It's going to be my first prom. So I think a lot of us are looking for prom dates. I think there's going to be some kind of virtual prom date mashup connection thing going on in the run-up to prom. I will let you know. But in terms of everything else, LAN party, prom, and then we segue into the whole the big ones. So second half of the year, we've got things like Art Week and Music Fest. So I hope this doesn't seem too shilly. It's just kind of give you an idea of hopefully what you can get excited about in Decentraland and be part of. If you are on the clouds right now and enjoying the Ferris wheel, I've got one more build to show you in the kind of Valentine's Day theme. We're going to go to 7 minus 16 worlds, which is a Valentine's Day photo spot, which paradox you might want to bring us back to after we've talked to the incredible Toxsam. So it's type go to 7 minus 16 in chat, and we should be teleported to the second Valentine's Day build. Can I ask you like what your highlight has been? Because you've been within Decentraland longer than I have in terms of an official part of Foundation. Like, I'm just going to drop one on you and ask you kind of what's been your highlight so far?
Oh, my highlights are always Music Fest. It's just as many of you know, if you know me, I'm a mom of two. I don't get to go to many concerts and hang out at night, and so Music Fest, being able to just like party with everyone, meet new artists, that kind of stuff has just been the thing from my, you know, physical life that gets enhanced by the Decentraland experience because I don't get to do it as often. So that's been one highlight. My second highlight was meeting the community in May in Argentina. We did like a really big update, community meetup, which was just so much fun to finally like put avatars to faces for everyone. And so we actually just, if anyone in here is like me doing a lot of conferences and everything, we are on tour. So Dana and I will be heading to ETH Denver. So let us know if you're going to be there. We'd love to see you. Bay is going to be at NFT Paris. Nico is going to be at Web3 Amsterdam, and we just want to hang out with more Metaverse explorers. So come find us. All of our details are in our Discord too, and we would love to just meet in person. The emote hugs are great when you're really far, but I love the in real life ones.
Yeah, I forgot to mention ETH Denver and NFT Paris. Yeah, we're going to be there. So I'm next week in NFT Paris. They've asked me to talk about Web3 gaming. And the guy on the panel, last time I was on a podcast with him, he got called a potato. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about being on the panel. It's going to be with Florian, the guy who runs the Blockchain Game Alliance, Sebastian from the Sandbox. Who else? There's two other people. They're all French. So all French chaps in Web3 gaming. Sammy from Cross the Ages, and also BitBoy, the guy that does the Web3 Game Boys. So that should be super cool. I'm going to be the non-French, non-guy on that panel talking about Web3 gaming. So if anyone wants to give me any alpha on Web3 gaming for me to present on that panel, I'll obviously know everything talking by that time, especially about the Decentraland kind of roadmap and these kind of things. You've got to compete with Sebastian from the Sandbox. But I would love to see anyone that is in Paris for NFT Paris, or just if you live near Paris. Kim, do we have any tickets left? I think we have maybe one left in terms of people joining us.
NFT Paris, I believe I have one left that I can give out. And for Web3 Amsterdam, I still have a handful. So if you want to come to our Discord, we could give you the information. If you're going to hang out in Web3 Amsterdam, I have some free conference tickets that I can give out to Metaverse explorers for sure.
Awesome. Cool. And I should explain, like, I'm in Europe already, so I'm not being flown from the States to Paris, unfortunately. But
I'm jealous. I want to be hanging. I want to be hanging in Paris. I'm going to freezing cold Denver. But yeah, it's gonna be super exciting, and we're trying to spread our team out kind of across the world so that we can meet more of you community members. I do see some of you in the chat having some login trouble. I have my support team in our Discord help that can like get all the details and help you individually. So I can't do as much support, but if you go over there, they can definitely make sure we get you in because that's our priority.
Yeah, and if you can't get in, just let us know. Like, really do let us know, because we can adapt and just kind of understand where the problems are coming in, if there are any out there and you're having a difficulty. I'm living, everyone, in the Valentine's Day Photoshop spot. Paradox, I think you're having difficulty getting in. So Rizzle, is there anything else you need from us at this kind of Valentine's Day Fest, Dealy Bopper quick tour of what is coming up in Decentraland this year?
No, this has been fantastic. And I would just like to say that, we break everything, and our audience generally has a problem getting into everywhere. So this is totally normal, and appreciate your patience and troubleshooting because we don't always get that on the back end of things. So No, appreciate what y'all are doing very much. And I think I'm going to be out in East Denver, so I'll come find y'all if I'm going to be out there for sure. I'm going to throw, I know we had some questions rolling in. I know, Kim was trying to field questions, run tech support, and also present here simultaneously. So I'm going to throw the mic over to Sho to relay some of the questions that came in and give her a break and do the easy part and just field some of those. So Sho, man, any questions for our guests so far?
Hey, y'all. How's my audio?
Great.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, Bay. So once again, I'm just gonna say congratulations on your new job title. A couple of weeks ago, whatever, when you made the announcement, I shouted you out here at the WIP, even though you weren't here. So just know that
Thank you, Sho.
we're showing you love. So it's always good to have one of us in powerful positions. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. And hey, Kim. Hey, Kim. What's going on? Hope everything's all right. You know, I know the seasonal depression is kicking in, but shout out to all the moms in the building, you know, doing all the multiple whatever stuff that moms do. So shout out to you. All right. So anyway, sorry. Here's a question from Nifty Time. He would like to know, what are some of the artist-focused projects or events y'all are planning that Kim alluded to?
That's super cool. Kim, like, beep me if I'm saying anything that I shouldn't be sharing, because
I was like, share the alpha. Go ahead, Bay.
we're going to be starting a program to directly connect. Am I allowed to say this, Kim?
Yeah, you're good. Keep it high level. You're good, though.
All right. We're starting a program to connect artists with builders. So one of the big focuses this year is, in the lead up to Art Week, onboard much more artists and connect them with some of the incredible studios that are already building in 3D in virtual worlds. We see there's a disconnect right now in artists understanding what they're able to do. I saw it time and time again with Meshfair, in that I could contact an artist directly and so kind of look at what's possible, and they would be minds blown and saying, oh my God, I wanna work with this. How do I work with this? Like, how do I get started? So we want to be much more proactive in encouraging those connections and starting a program to help some of the artists that are really established within both 3D design and also in crypto to be able to produce incredible installations within Decentraland. So that's number one. That kicks off. That's one of the big projects on my desk right now, and we are wanting to touch wood, get a lot of those installations in place before Art Week. So Art Week will be in September. Art Week is going to be another crazy one, because as part of my joining a foundation, kind of like merging with the mothership in Decentraland, I am not producing Meshfair this year. All my art focus will be going into Art Week as a whole, and making Art Week across Genesis Plaza rather than being confined into what we used to have, just like the Art Week Plaza. So it kind of means that we're going to have bigger installations, and we're going to have more projects working directly with galleries into Art Week. So there are going to be lots. The open call for Art Week should be open pretty soon, because Art Week is counting down. Obviously, there's a summer in between as well. So the first things you should see coming across your desk as an artist or builder will be the program to get artists connected with builders. And then it will be the open calls for Art Week itself, big, large open calls about bringing art and installations into Decentraland. I don't think I can talk even more than that. But yeah, Kim is sharing the manifesto, which has kind of an overview of all that's happening. It also has the events timeline. If you want to see what stuff is coming up, it has a form there. So if you're like listening to this and thinking, I really want to be part of this, I don't know where to start, I call everyone that sends that form in. So this is why the last 3 weeks have been super duper crazy, because anyone that said they wanted to be involved in Metaverse Fashion Week and have a call with me, that's what's going to be happening for Art Week as well. So if you are interested in doing anything in Decentraland and want to be part of the official events program, you can obviously do it on your own, and you can hit me up for any support you need in terms of doing something outside of that events program. But if you want to be part of the official kind of setup, there's a form on that manifesto page where it says get involved, and you can then get a call from me asking like, how do you want to be involved? And that's where a lot of these amazing ideas have come from for Fashion Week coming up. I hope that answers your question this time.
I believe it did for him.
Yay!
You know that there are many platforms right now making some strategic movements in order to have better positioning for when things are a little bit brighter in the crypto space. One of them being a Nifty Gateway. I mean, not Nifty Gateway, pardon me, even though I will mention that later. Nifty Island making a move to the Ronin blockchain in order to get better visual, having a better, broader appeal to people. Would you say that something like that would benefit Decentraland and specifically your initiatives if something similar would have happened, or do you feel like Decentraland is in a really good spot in order to maximize on all the efforts that you and Kim are providing?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's a massive question. I think that's probably not a question for me, but for me, I'm super excited about what's possible right now.
Oh my God!
You're just seeing Paradox dropping about British shit. I need to go more British. So yes, I'm really excited about where Decentraland is now. It's been really interesting for me because I teach this as well. So I'm assistant professor of emerging tech at Berkeley. So I teach students on the global entertainment and music business course. And part of that is we evaluate the movements. I try not to be too shilly about Decentraland. I'm really anti-shill in terms of the spaces that I work in. But a lot of them come to me to ask me about how to get involved because I don't know, for me as a creator, it's always been one of the worlds that allows me to do the most. And the fact that it's open source and I can get under the hood and I can start breaking things, and the fact that support led by the amazing Kaze actually do really try and fix everything, respond. There's just an amazing team behind the scenes, which is what I kind of fell in love with when I started working in Decentraland. So I think better to ask him about the tech side of things, but for me, I'm kind of a evangelist for DCL, not and was before I kind of joined Foundation, just in terms of what it allows me to do as an artist. End of show.
Yeah, from the tech side, I think the biggest change for us was moving from web, which I know is like less accessible. And it was like a really big decision we had to make of like web is super accessible. Why would we go to a download client? And it really was because we want the creators to be able to make like really cool stuff. And we really want to stay that traversable world that people can build side by side together. And so from talking to the tech team, and again, I am not a tech expert, but being able to have the client, which is like just launched October 22nd, is allowing a lot more of that to be possible. The web was really limiting us, especially in the ability for people to see far, to distance render, to load times. And so I'm hopeful that this is still just a beta and there's a lot more to come. And the team is working on new features and bug updates every single day. But I think showing people what's possible if you are building, we're building on Unity, we're building on Ethereum and Polygon, obviously, and using that deep core tech to really put more possibilities in the hands of the creators, which is why creators like Bay want to build here, was really, really important to us. So I hope that answers your question as the non-tech person.
Yeah, it did. And lastly, Thantea would like to know, will Bay be their prom date? And Rizzo wants to know, when is prom in the first place?
Mm-hmm. So prom is in June. Let me bring up the manifesto because I'm fried. You bring up the dates. So in terms of prom dates, I'm single. I'm single again after you guys asked me last time I was on. But no, I would love prom dates. I think we're going to have a weird, crazy way of matching people up at prom. So I'll say,
Prom is May 21st, May 22nd.
Yes, May 22nd to May 22nd. So the night.
Hey, you know what I want to see?
What's that?
Oh, I was going to say, I want to see promposals.
We need to do it in Decentraland in a kind of
what I want.
crazy way.
I want a Decentraland promposals. That's how you ask people to come to prom. That's my dream. Go ahead, tell them about the night before.
Yes. It's the night before. We're having actually a PJ party. So there'll be like a get ready with us PJ party for Pride the night before, which is going to be crazy. So if you'd like to join us the night before and have a PJ party in Decentraland, where we all get ready for prom, and then prom is the day after. So PJ party on Wednesday the 21st and prom on Thursday the 22nd of May. So
Amazing.
I'm really enjoying your comments.
Absolutely amazing. Bay, Kim, I just want to thank both of y'all for leading the way and helping as much as you can triage some of the support questions that are coming in. Definitely, I think echoing what Rizzle said, download the client. For me, it's snappy as hell. I don't have like the best setup. Do have a Mac, but it's working. I have a million other windows open as well, in addition to DCL, not overloading anything. It's an incredible experience, to be honest. If anyone else has any more questions, drop them in the chat. Otherwise, thank you both again. And we'll move on to the second speaker, the infamous Toxsam, who's back from a little bit.
Let me just jump in real quick, man, before we transition. I would just like to say that prom is one of the more ridiculous, as well as the slumber party, preposterous metaverse ideas that I've heard in a long time. And I want in, and I probably have more FOMO for this prom than I've had for like any other prom, because of the absurdities. So, love what y'all are doing, and appreciate y'all hopping on here today. So, thank you, Matt, for letting me interrupt you, and Toxsam, the legend himself.
There we go. We're just buying time for Toxsam to sort out any audio issues that he may have. So, Toxsam, dude, I see you down there. If you're there, unmute. Like background for how we got a wild Toxsam on here. Over on X he was sharing one of his latest new projects, which is just making it super easy for anyone to be able to download the asset of the visual asset, whatever associated with their NFTs, which for whatever reason no one has focused on making as easy as it should. Reached out, was like, yo, dude, you got to come on the WIP, talk about this and like literally everything else that's been on your mind since winding down Polygonal Minds and crypto avatars. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So with that stage set, Toxsam, dude, take it away.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right. I mean, not too much. I haven't been doing too much. It's just a couple of projects that I've been working on in the time. Maybe I can screen share. Let me see. A little bit. Yeah, let me know if you guys can see it.
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, since we closed Polygon Online, I took a time off, like I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and then I decided to start like doing avatars again for people. So I've been doing a lot of avatar commissions and avatar for clients, stuff like that. And in the meantime, I didn't want to like do also an avatar for fun. I wanted to do like something else. And since the AI hype in crypto in general was like booming, I started to like see more people talking about tools that you can do. You can start building your own apps doing with AI, just like talking to the AI. So I thought like, let's try it and do it. And then I decided to create open source avatars.com, which is pretty much the 100 avatars that I made. And they are just stored here. And I don't know, it was very promising for me because uh, I did this in a week, man, and I hadn't coded in like 12 years or 13 years, you know. And just for me to create this whole site from scratch, you can find all the avatars here. It's not connected to the blockchain. I just wanted to like allow people to download it um, in an easy way. If you right now it doesn't work, it's broken. The download button is broken for some reason, but I need to figure out how to fix that. But the whole idea of just releasing a whole website from scratch, I'm not using any templates or anything else. I just use Cloud and the edit code editor, and I don't know. I became very pumped up, and then I started to like do more projects. But I started to use another tool called Vector, which is pretty much like a code editor with AI in it, and you can pretty much talk to Claude through that, and he will be building everything. And that's pretty much how I'm building everything. You know, that's what is getting me excited these days. Like any tool that I think or any small idea that I have, I can try it out. For example, all the avatars here were retrieved from the blockchain. So all of these avatars are directly retrieved from the hash of the blockchain. And then for doing this, I had to do a small project by itself just to download all of them at once, right? So that's where I started to feel like, dude, why is this so difficult? Because I tried to like look for websites and, you know, trying to download your assets like assets, NFTs.com, stuff like that. I don't know. I just tried to get my stuff from the blockchain because I did it and I needed to like get it. So I started to do small, I don't know. It's just an idea that came to my mind, and then this is evolved into this, and which is kind of a whole idea of being able to download your stuff from your account, because at the end of the day, it's your stuff, right? And some of the assets are maybe most of the people are not going to be using them, but if you want to use them, you should be able to look at them, right? And it's still pretty cranky, but if you check it out, you can connect your wallet. This is working right now, and then you just select whatever you have. It loads. You can see a 3D viewer here. You get some information like triangles, vertices, I don't know, stuff. I mean, it's not police enough. It's just like a few things that it's showing, and then you just download the model, and you can see all your models. So I don't know. I just wanted to like download them. You know, it was like I have so many models that. For example, for building Hyperfy, I thought it was going to be super useful if I could just download the models and drop it into Hyperfy or use it on Decentraland or use it on wherever. I know that many of us have like many hundreds of avatars or hundreds of NFTs that are pretty much are a 3D model. So that's pretty much what I've been working on these days. It's not that much that I can show, but it is what it is.
No, this is cool. And when can folks get their hands on this? Like, where's the link? Drop the link. Give me the link. Give us all the link, Toxsam.
No, for this there's no link now. This is localhost. Yes, I need to polish this out because some of the items that I'm getting from the blockchain made the app explode. So I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with those. Look, I just tried to get my avatars and it just exploded. So I need to polish it out. It's not like fully functional yet, but that's the whole idea. I just did this like in a weekend. I spent like 4 hours in a weekend to do this, and you know it is pretty crazy that you can do that fast without having so little go to experience myself. I don't know. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, I gotta say, I just love to see builders building again, especially after taking a break. I really hope that you're able to get something public out there in people's hands, because this has been one of the main pain points, especially for the avatar side of things, like being able to down the files, the models themselves. to be able to port them to the different worlds and spaces would be like just a massive quality of life improvement. But this is awesome. But let's get into some spicy territory. Like you mentioned, I mentioned, you were out for 4 or 5 months, like reflecting, decompressing after the crazy like half decade that preceded it, and everything that you and your teams plural had accomplished. But coming back after that time, like I know you have some spicy takes. So maybe just like start there. Like what is your spiciest takes about crypto, the NFT space, metaverse, whatever? Just hit us over the head with it, and walk us through how you're seeing things after coming back from that break.
Hmm. That's such a good question, man. I will say that my hottest take is that Solana is winning over the medium people mindset that is going to be going now. Like, how to say it? Like the last year, I haven't seen any like improvement in Ethereum. I haven't seen anything change, and I've been out. I was hoping to see something interesting going on, and all I had was like all the same things, like all the same projects. Some other projects closed, like ours, and I just tried to look for stuff and just didn't pop up on the timeline. And but on the other hand, I've seen like more projects and more people trying to get funded on Solana, and I guess this is all the trend that is going now. Like from where I started here in the blockchain, and there's always people trying to get funded through different places and through different methods. There's always trends going on, and I just feel like the latest trends and where more people is going, like new people, not like people that is already on the blockchain and is already using Ethereum. I mean like new people that haven't used Ethereum before or haven't really developed anything on Ethereum. They are just going for Solana because they see that getting funded is actually faster, or is actually more accessible for people that is not super techy, and it can bring them more support for the project. And that's pretty much the whole thing that I've seen when I came back. And I've just been trying out Solana, and I don't know, it feels great in a way. I'm not talking about the centralization or the technological part. I'm just talking about like user experience, because I haven't done anything like super serious on Solana, or I haven't tried developing anything. I just use it as a regular user. And I don't know, man, it's been refreshing because everything works super fast. All the transactions are complete or not complete in like 1 second or 2 seconds, and you can trade. It's like on Ethereum, it's been a long time since I could like just get on a meme coin, because for me, like paying $7 for a fee just to change is like, I don't know. It's just not. It's not that I cannot afford it. It's more like, oh man, better think about this if you want to like bet on the small prices. Like if you don't want to invest like $1,000, or you just want to invest like $50, if you are paying $7, it's not that much. That's so I see like, and also I'm not sure if you guys have seen like whole drama that is going on in Ethereum. I don't think that's healthy, but I don't know. I just feel like Solana is really taking in consideration new people, and is attracting more new developers and more people that Ethereum is doing now. That will be my hot
Yeah.
take.
Yeah, it is fast, cheap. Especially the wallet UX, like with Phantom, is just it's unparalleled. It's so good. I mean, Rainbow is pretty good, Rabby's pretty good, but like Phantom multi-change works, and for the reasons you described, have had some issues sometimes where like when a particular coin gets super frothy, some failed transactions, you gotta, I don't know, finagle it to get some sell orders in there once in a while, but for the most part, really reliable, especially these days. I know everyone likes to talk about how Solana, like, they turned off the blockchain back in the day, like, multiple times, which is lore. It's hilarious lore, makes people laugh, but these days it's on it for sure. And I think we were talking about this in the DM chat that we were having, but there's parallels, or at least the vibe has a parallel with what's going on in the casino that seems to be Solana now, with all the Pump Up Fun coins and all that stuff, with DeFi Summer back in the Ethereum days, like 2020, right? And how that was for sure also a casino with all the farming and all of that shit that eventually spilled over right into the NFT boom and like that consumer moment in the Ethereum life cycle.
Exactly, man.
And it's
like it's very similar in that way. I'm just not sure what's going to happen next. We cannot be sure if it's going to repeat or not. I see that Solana likes a lot of in art. There is not that much. It is actually very difficult to create your own NFT right now. I'm trying actually to mint an avatar in there. I've been working on that with other people, but it's not as easy as if you go to Manifold and create your contract and just mint it, or if you go to an even faster and easier platform to do that. Like Solana feels like it's just for trading in that sense.
Yeah, like
there is an NFT,
like,
right? But it's difficult.
So like that's it's interesting, like someone seasoned builder on your end having trouble with something that like Ethereum folks, but like not just Ethereum too, like folks that are over on Object, even folks in Ordinals and the Inscription camp, like sort of figured out more consumer friendly approaches and tools to launch like the NFTs and like that, like a non-fungible approach, right? Which opens up a different sort of set of possibilities when designing products and experiences and things like that, right? But with that limitation in mind, like at least do you see the limitation eventually being solved by builders that are able to create tools that make launching other types of things on Solana easier? Or like based on what you've done in terms of your tire kicking, do you think that's just going to be a limitation that will be with Solana?
Eventually, it will be figured out. People will figure out almost for sure.
Okay.
I think Solana has been like super focused on trading. Like most of the stuff that has been developed in the last year has been for trading. Ethereum has been having more, not just trading, people playing on Solana, on Ethereum, sorry. But eventually it will come or not. Maybe not. Maybe it's completely changing, and just Solana is going to be a DeFi place, and Ethereum will be taking NFTs. But I don't see any other blockchains or any other chains that really use NFTs anymore. Or I don't know what's going to be, how it's going to be developed, right? But I can see that Solana maybe is just for money, and that's fine with that. It works that way, right? But who knows? Maybe in 2 weeks somebody creates some platform to launch NFTs on Solana. I wouldn't get surprised, to be honest.
Super interesting. I know there's questions coming in here, and apologies to Show for breaking protocol. But Show, dude, if you want to hit Toxsam with some questions, and if other folks have questions too, make sure you tag Show.
No, not at all. Oh my god, hold on, my bad. All right. Dantea would like to know: will Sam be their prom date? Yes or no?
No. Sorry.
Rizzle would like to know: will everything that you're doing include on-chain chain?
Yeah, actually, on-chain are .box models. I just need to add those. To be honest, I just did like GLB, GLTF, and PRM. But yeah, I can add box too, and people will be able to download it easily.
Dragonate would like to know: where's the Tiny Pepe avatar that you have?
Like for download, it's not available for download.
Cool. And lastly, you seem to have a mastery, not seem, you definitely do. You have a mastery over VRMs, and you recently just incorporated LLMs, and you were like tinkering around with merging the two, basically having an AI representation of the client using VRMs. Would it be possible for you to come up with some kind of custom AI agent to provide along with your VRMs? This ties into, sorry, Victor Kunai had a question about this. Would you be able to tie in a custom AI client with VRMs in order to launch WIP 2.0?
What? Can you
Would you?
repeat that, please?
Okay. Is this project leading you towards possibly creating WIP 2.0? You have VRMs. You recently were tinkering around with having a visual representation of AI, like an AI agent. Is that WIP 2.0? Yeah.
No, no. The closing of the company is still like in the process, and it's just paperwork that has to be done. It will take a few months more and more months, and it's just a silly project that I'm thinking on. Like, just things that I wanted to try it out, and I didn't even thought like showing people to them. I just wanted to see if actually people liked it or to follow on the projects or not. It's I why there are avatars, like, dude, I've been doing characters all my life. I like a character creator at the end of the day, and I've been developing with VRM for years, and it's kind of the whole thing. I am also doing avatars for commissions. It's just my field. It's just the things I do, right? So I'm just thinking on tools that I always had, like ideas, random ideas of tools and applications, and since until now I had to like ask somebody else to do it, and it will take me maybe 2 weeks, and I will have to pay for it, and I just can try and test my whole ideas now without having to depend on anybody else, and I can actually do it faster, even if they work worst, but I can test my ideas super fast, right? So I'm just hacking things out. There is no bike to coming up anytime soon, at least until the whole company thing is closed and behind myself. And we will see. I don't know. I'm just going to be doing things with avatars now in the future, and probably way back in the future.
Yeah, dude, just make sure you keep having fun, and keep running these new experiments. They're fun to watch from afar, and hopefully they translate into something we can get our hands on. Like you're creating. It's crazy that there's been such a gap in the ecosystem where like such a tool like to download these models and make it easier to take in between places that hasn't existed up until this point. Crazy. If anyone else has any questions for Toxsam, tag him or forever hold your peace, or until you go over to X or wherever and hit him with those questions. But I know the show is running a little bit long this week. Rizzle, dude, wrangle me in. Are we able to do in-world picture taking, memory making with Paradox? Where we at? What are we doing?
Yeah, let's do a quick one. We got a bunch of people in Hyperfi. Easy to just drop the link. I'm gonna drop it too. We'll queue up the Paradox song. And we'd just like to say personally, man, thank you to Toxsam. He's like downplaying what he's created here, but this is like one of these things that's like so simple and like such a great thing for the user that it will be one of these things that eventually will be like, how did we ever live without that kind of thing? Because it just is something we need to make our shit work. So, thank you for what you're doing out here, man. And with that, I will shut up and send the mic over to Paradox to get a group shout up in here. So if you're not in Hyperfi, hop on in.
Hit it, Dragon It.
Tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses
Oh,
in
that's
line
vertical,
and smile for the
Go, Dragon
fucking
It, go.
camera. No one cares. Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty. Okay, cool. If you've not been listening, I'm the Paradox, or Paradox. I'm the resident WIP videographer, and I screwed up this week. I had the wrong app for DCL loaded, so I didn't get into World, and I didn't get any video. But
Yo, wait, hold up, man. Can we get can Toxsam toggle the guest amount in here so we brought
yeah.
Bay. She's like our guest today. We should try and get her in here.
Cool. All right. Well, hopefully Toxsam can raise that limit.
Can you toggle a thing, Toxsam?
Hey, while Toxsam's toggling before we pick.
Yes, easy. Go ahead, man. Show the thing while Toxsam's trying to get Bay in here.
This is a perfect 2 to 3 minute Toxsam button flipping session. So me and Jose, who you've all heard play wonderful guitar, started these kind of what we're calling impact concerts about 4+ years ago. Actually here up in the Token Smart, and we raised some funds to send them out to the Amazon to meet with this tribe and bring some, build some my brain is so fried. Work on infrastructure with them and build a relationship with trust and sort of let them know a little bit about blockchain and Web3 and a possible, kind of funding mechanism through there. And they're wanting to also share some of this, ancient wisdoms. It's the last of a line in shamans of this tribe. There's not going to be more. And so it's pretty special stuff. And we threw an impact concert last round for Giveth. We had 5 guests. Those 5 made it into the top 100, and Jose took number 2 in raising funds. So it was impactful. So we're doing another, but this time it's 10 speakers from Giveth, and we have 12 musicians, including Rothkos, OG hip hop legend, is kicking it off. We got King Mefield. We have a bunch of musicians from probably from Africa to through the Central Americas to who knows where. And it's going to be great. It's going to be bilingual. Of course, I'm going to throw in some Web3 security and safety protocols, tell a little hack story, the horror hack stories. And then we're going to have a workshop afterward for anybody that might need to get their Gitcoin passport score up. You need 15 points to be able to donate in the Giveth and receive all the cool give backs and stuff. So it's really cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, same time as WIPy. Right here. So if you want to jump into the Token Smart Discord tomorrow, and I'm dropping some links right now, boom, there you go. You got the Luma. Please RSVP even if you're not coming, because that will give us good stats, and then we can hit up these charity organizations to say, give us money. And so we need you. I want you, just like it says in the post. And with that, I think I've given enough time for everything to be working in World. Much love, fam.
How we doing, Toxsam?
Easy, that was perfect. We got a link from Toxsam. We're all going to the Church of the Worm. I dropped it in the general channel. If you're in the other spot in Hyperfi, it's got more instances, so we can all get into the Church of the Worm. And yes, I would like to encourage everyone, even if you can't go to Easy's thing, sign up on the Luma thing. I really feel like we should all help each other beat the algo. Just like each other's things, subscribe to the shit. We're sort of all in this together, and all of us have been in this together. So. Support the homies things and click the buttons and shit. In the meantime, I think I've killed enough time. We got a lot of this is dope, and also an awesome spot for a photo op. So if you're not in the Church of the Worm, you got a song to get in here, and that's about it. So let's do the thing.
Wait, what?
Tell you what, let's Dragon, do you want to play some general photo time music whilst we let people get in?
Ok.
Let's give everyone a minute to get in, shall we?
send me on my way. Release me to this earth within this shallow grave. Grave digger, bring me to my knee. Forget what I have done, forgive me if you please.
I reckon that's about right.
Save me if you can. The time
Okay,
for me
so-
has come.
Lovely. Right, if you guys are portaling in world, make sure you come inside the church. There's a couple of people out near the well, so come inside the church, please. Kunai, Flans, and I can see Anonymous. Here we go. Herding cats. Let's go. All right, cool. And let's have a look, because I've not looked at this place before. Okay, the obvious photo shoot is next to the worm, right? Facing the way you came in. So let's get that in the back. Let me just show you what it's going to look like. There we go. So this one posting is the angle that I'm using. So jump on top of the desk and do some dancing, please. All right. Got everyone? Nearly there, nearly there. Come on, guys. Come on, Foxy.
Can't get on top of the desk. It keeps teleporting me away.
Oh.
Yeah, I get kicked out to the very front door every time I get to that podium.
Nearly there. Okay, well, stand anywhere, like, anywhere in front is cool. Like, even near Rizzle's cool. All right, cool. Let's play some music. I reckon that's mostly everyone there.
Can I be saved and not forgotten? I'll hold out hope. It's not too late, so I'll pray it's not too late.
Beautiful. Lovely. Excellent. Right, let's move things along because we've been overrunning slightly. It's been a great whip. I'll catch you all next week. Cheers.
Hell yeah. Yo, great with everybody. Thanks everyone for hanging out late. Worth it to hear from, 3 legends, if, throw Kim into the mix, who was not on the official promo shit, but appreciate her coming out and throwing down. Make sure you sign the guest book. I'm going to find the link for it when I'm done wrapping up here. Stick around with show for the afties, and we'll be back next week with another good one. So appreciate y'all coming out, and see you next week.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah!
It's time for the afties.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Hey, Whip fam, I'm gonna keep it brief. If you wanna hang, you can hang. If you wanna leave, you can leave. But we're gonna be slanging and banging. We're gonna be slanging and fucking banging. Whip fam, what the fuck is up? I'm sure you already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this long thing where I don't breathe and I just keep spitting at my microphone and then cleansing it with witch hazel and all kinds of sprays that I buy at Target and shit. Click on me in the voice channel to see what I'm sharing. And again, if you want to dip, much love. You can do your thing. If you want to stay, I'm keeping it super fucking brief. Please mute your microphone too. Whip fam, I'm happy that you all are experiencing what I'm experiencing. You're like, show, what are you experiencing? Other than what's going on in my pants right now, I'm experiencing stagnation. And I wasn't expecting it, but because I was assuming that we were going to have a run up right after the inauguration, and that is not happening. And I think, by the way, shout out to the Matthew and Bizzle show for highlighting this as well. I'm glad I'm not the only one. At last week's whip, I ended it by saying that all the projects have to launch, and it's true. We're in a weird fucking holding pattern that doesn't make sense. What I mean by this is that everyone is waiting for everyone else to do something, so that means that no one is doing anything. Yes, there are builders. Shout out to Backner and Kim and everybody else who's building. Shout out to Toxsam who's building. Shout out to the people who are building, but I mean on a broader scale, there are projects that have TGE events, which means token generation events, which means coins being dropped in some form in order to enrich either holders or in order to incentivize the growth of their product. And the fact that that's not happening, because I quote, one of these projects have just said it in response to someone who said, when token, quote unquote, they said, hey, look, man, we're waiting for favorable marketing conditions. Sir, I love you, the person who said this, but they're not here, don't worry about it. But I'm like, sir, I love you, but favorable marketing conditions now or a week ago, a month ago, there's no such thing as favorable marketing conditions, man. Are you serious? What these projects don't understand is that I believe, this is my opinion, you don't have to fucking believe it. Which, by the way, y'all, if you have no idea what the Dunning-Kruger effect is, you can Google this, you can look this up. The WIP is not only home to alpha, home of all alpha and every single dope-ass project that's ever come through the fucking spaces and walk through our doors, shout out to them. But it's also the home of the afties where the Dunning-Kruger effect has always lived and run rampant, because I am the stupidest fucking person in the space. I am the king of Dunning-Kruger effect. You tell me one little thing and I believe that I know it all. I believe that I know everything. You told me that the sky is purple. I'm like, you know what, motherfucker? The sky is purple. In crypto, the sky is purple. And you know why it's purple? Because somehow, some way, somebody mixed in some fluoride into the water, and then somehow it dispersed molecules and over the planet. So, but my point being is that my opinion is that I feel that every project with a TGE that has been delaying things because they want favorable conditions, even though all of them are saying that they're supposed to drop in Q1, which is now. This is the middle of Q1. Q1 ends March 31st. If you motherfuckers wait till March 31st in order to drop a project, that's not Q1. That's Q2. Let's be real. I feel that if OpenSea does their TGE, if Wayfinder does their TGE, if Runiverse does their TGE, if Ronin does their TGE, if RumbleKongs does their TGE, who else has a project that's supposed to drop shit? These are all these projects, right? Which, by the way, I love all of them. The only reason why I mention them is because I've been positioning, and I feel like you also be positioning for growth too. Even though ETH is being fucking stupid and looking terrible right now, even though Vitalik hates his own fucking thing. I don't know why he dislikes his product, but that's on him. You should all be positioning right now. Position. I'm positioning for upward growth when this thing finally takes off. I feel that if all these projects launch their tokens and their products that are in the pipeline at the same time, Cyberbrokers 2, if all of them does it at the same time, it's like Captain Planet. All the rings are coming together. We will, as DGens, move this thing forward together. Because that collective excitement is what is going to get people's attention. Normies' attention. And not just one project putting their toes into the water. It'll be multiple. It'll be many projects doing this all at the same time, which will be awesome. It'll be incredible for all of us. It'll move everything forward. That's how I feel. That's my hot take. That's my opinion. You don't have to believe it, but I feel like there's no other catalyst to push us forward. There's no other catalyst that's going to make this happen except for us together. But so now click on me, click on the screen. You can see what I'm sharing right now. This is public enemy number one. Public enemy number one who hates your TGE, who dislikes everything that you do. Elizabeth Warren, man. Elizabeth Warren says that debanking companies is bad. But she's the chief culprit. She's the reason things have been debanked. She's the cause. She's the fucking point. She's the reason things have been debanked. And then she has the nerve to blame it on something else. Just listen to this. Take a look at this real quick.
Mr. Chairman, so debanking is a real problem, and we need to work across the aisle to solve it. I've got a stack of stories sent in by consumers and organizations that were debanked. I'd like to submit them for the record. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These stories are from Muslim Americans, from cannabis businesses, from formerly incarcerated individuals, all of whom lost their bank accounts for no apparent reason. So I want to talk about what kind of recourse consumers have or don't have when they are debanked. Mr. McCauley, you testified that your company lost its bank account when you tried to open a new one. Dozens of banks, including some of the biggest banks in the country, turned you down. Which of the big banks refused to offer you an account?
Senator, I don't think it's productive to name individual banks. I believe the banks were the victims here.
I'm just going to stop right there. So you notice, right, how Elizabeth Warren, you pissed me the fuck off. Elizabeth Warren, I hate you so much because now, oh, you're an ally. Because and then your shadowy organization, your swamp-filled organization, the CFPB. Your fake agency, which by the way is under fire from Elon Musk. He drained the swamp by getting rid of your agency, and you're saying that, oh, you want to work with Trump in order to get to wrangle in all of the to wrangle whoever is debanking things, but you're the one who fucking debanked all of them. Silvergate, was it Silvergate, Silverbank, Caitlin Long's bank, all the banks, you derailed all of them. Elizabeth Warren, man, is saying that Muslim Americans are debanked. She said that THC sellers were debanked. She doesn't say crypto, which is the biggest. The whole point of this is the fact that crypto companies were debanked over the past 3 years through Operation Choke Point 2.0. It was you. Shout out to my man here. He immediately shuts that shit down. She's like, why don't you say who was doing it? And he's like, no, bitch. Pardon me. Okay, wait. Just know that anytime I use that word, I'm not. That's not in relation to gender. It's more of a personality. It's individualistic. Specifically, this is a word that I'm using only to describe Elizabeth Warren and no one else, especially no one of any other gender whatsoever. Specifically, Elizabeth Warren deserves the nastiness and angriness of that word because I'm angry. You're terrible, and now you're trying to deflect and trying to do your politico whatever thing that you do. Terrible.
Okay, I just wanted to get it into the record because we have recourse.
No, you don't have recourse, and I hate your awestrucks, like stuttering as if like, oh, someone caught you in your bullshit spinning that you're trying to do.
Did you get an opportunity to appeal the decision with any of those banks?
No, Senator, there was no room for discussion with the banks.
So no appeals at all. That's unfortunate. The CFPB has accepted 11,955 complaints from consumers and organizations that were unable to open accounts or their accounts were wrongly closed.
So if you received that, like those complaints, right, and you're the head of the CFPB, and you're the one who is shutting down banks, and this man said that, hey, I couldn't get a response. No one was helping me. You were the one who was supposed to help. It was you. I don't understand this. Pardon me. Now I'm like burping, and I just want to highlight this right here. Sam Lyman, on the zoom in right here. He says, Senator Elizabeth Warren, the chief architect of unfair debanking, is now wringing her hands about unfair debanking. The CFPB, which is Warren's baby, it's an unconstitutional agency that weaponizes financial regulation against Warren's enemies. And then shout out to Brendan Peterson. he quotes Senator Warren by saying, "I know the CFPB is a favorite whipping boy of the Republicans on this committee. Well, in a previous meeting, because you're the antagonizer, you're the aggressor. You were the aggressor, and then you're hiding your hands, and then you're trying to like kiss up to Donald Trump. Which, well, you know Donald Trump hates you. There's no use for you." You're trying to find a use case for you when the use case was in crypto, but you wouldn't know that because you're anti-crypto. There's no use case for you. I don't need a kindergarten teacher telling me what to do with my fucking money. I don't need a kindergarten teacher trying to explain to me why crypto and AI is terrible for me. Better yet, I don't need a failed kindergarten teacher who went into politics and became the second in command to Hillary Clinton and tries to be an even worse version of her, explaining to me why I shouldn't custody my things or create a company that has their funds custodied by a crypto-friendly bank. Why are you explaining? Listen, I needed you, Elizabeth Warren, to teach me how to color in the lines with my crayons. I was busy chewing my crayons and breaking them. I needed you to explain to me why I wasn't allowed to chew on the Elmer's glue that was on my hands because you were too busy boring me with debanking and regulations and shit when I was in kindergarten. Why are you trying to teach me about finances in kindergarten? You have to teach me my numbers and how to count. All right, look, I said I was going to keep it brief. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through this edition of the Afties. Shout out to the entire leadership team here at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. WIP fam, you know the deal. Oh man, dude, you know the deal. Just keep your head up, man. This stagnation shit is annoying as hell, man. This is annoying, man. I just, man, it's just projects just launch. Projects just launch. Just go. Just do it. If you airdrop, just airdrop the shit, man. Dude, ETH is the worst stable coin on the planet. It keeps going lower. All right, thank you, man. Whatever. Thank you so much. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Do your thing. Much love.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sunshine, mashed potatoes. I want chicken, cheese. Fire, yeah. Oh, cheese, 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 this is awesome, awesome. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. This is going, yeah. Yes, cheese. With fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people. I am so sorry. Give me that shit. I got carried away. We all love a good meme explorer song. Cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Rendon has cheese. Meme explorers with extra cheese. Death to audio. Audio problems. Death to audio. Audio problems. Cheddar is better. Won't go out for days. Cheese is like fire. Yes, go. Death to audio. Audio problems. Death to audio. Audio problems. Death to audio. A gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problem. Emmentaler and Gruyere. That almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Oh, Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Oh, 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 ah, oh, ah, oh, 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 ah, oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of Meme Explorers. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things, captive heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death audio. Rizzle, cheese is live. Audio problems, cheese is live. Oh, 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 yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL, and Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, to audio, death to audio, LMA, give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check, death to hiding. I want some lemonade, make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears, that's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope, stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, death to audio, to audio, death to audio. Elmo's audio, audio, good audio, having like yeah, that's it. Oh my lord. I have to turn on the fan.
We're from Just Love Gypsy. Thanks everyone.